Hello and welcome to MATLAB course. This is Salim. In this video I'm going to talk about while loop in MATLAB. If you have a long code and you have a part of that code and you need to repeat that code several times, you can use two functions. The first one is while loop and the second is for loop. We explained for loop in the previous video. In that video we are going to focus about while loop. Let's start. So the structure of the while loop is as follows. So if we write while and end, and this is kind of the loop, and what inside that part will be executed. So this part will repeat it several times. But when or until when this part will be repeated? Because here we have a condition. And to do the condition, we can check the kind of the logical operation. And the answer for the condition will be true or 1 or false, which is 0. So if the condition is true, this loop will continue as long as this is true. Once the condition became false, this will stop and then continue after that code. So in the while loop, the major difference between while loop and the for loop is, in the for loop, we can know how many loops we can do because we know the start and we know the end and we know the spacing. But while in the while loop, we don't know how many loops we are going to do. Especially we can do that if we don't know for how many times we need to check that. We use just a condition, and if the condition is true, we are going to follow until the condition is became false. So this is, as I mentioned, while loop. It is unknown iteration. We don't know how many. So the while loop will continue as long as this condition is true. So once the condition became false, it will stop and continue after that. So to understand that, let's trace this program. And this program is say that trace the output of the following code. If the first value x is equal to 1, so we can say x equal to 1. And the condition say here, while x is less or equal 10 and x is 1, so 1 is still less or equal 10. This is true, so we are going to continue. So it say display x, so we can say this is the output, and x will be 1. And then the new x is equal to 2 multiplied to the old x. So x is 1, multiplied to 2, it will be 2. And then go here. So this is new 2. Is 2 less than or equal 10? Yes. So he will continue, display x, it will be 2. And then the new x equal to 2 multiplied to x. So 2 multiplied to 2 is 4. And then go back again. And is 4 is less or equal 10? Yes. So display x, it will display 4. And then increasing the x, so x equal to 2 multiplied to x, so 4 multiplied to 2 is 8. And then repeat. And then 8 is less or equal 10? Yes. So display x, it will display 8. And then x is equal to 2 multiplied to x, so 2 multiplied to 8 is 16. And rotate again. So is 16 is less or equal 10? False. False, it means that it will stop and go directly to the end. So the code will stop and then continue. So the output for that code will be 1, 2, 4, and 8. This is as we do right here. And one of the major problem could happen with a while loop because we don't know how many iterations we are going to looping for. We can loop forever. We can write a code which loop forever and this will cause a problem. So try to avoid doing that. Let's take example for infinite loop. For example, trace the following code. So it say that x equal 1, so x value is equal to 1. And x maximum equal to 10. So x underscore maximum is equal to 10. And while x is less or equal x maximum, so x is 1 and x maximum is 10. So this condition is true. So we are going to go down here. So it say display x. So the output, we will display x, which is 1. And then x is equal to x plus 5. So 1 plus 5, it will be 6. And x maximum is x maximum plus 5. It will be 10 plus 5 is 15. And then go back. So the new x is 6 and the old x is 15. And if you check here, every time x will increase and x maximum is increased and is a fixed increase. So it means that even if we loop forever, x will never be greater than the x maximum. So it will be always x less than x maximum. So the condition will keep true forever. So if we, every time we just increase the 6 and 15, increase, this code will continue forever. So let me just show you that in MATLAB. So if I go to MATLAB, this is a MATLAB window, and if I just open the script file, live script and script both are okay, but here we can see the output easier comparing to the live script. So if we write the code here in the editor window, so just we can write here. So x is equal to 1 semicolon, or keep without semicolon, and x maximum is equal to 10. And then we need to write the while loop. So we can write, for example, while, and then the condition we have x is less or equal, and then x underscore maximum. And once we press while, we are going to write display, and then for display, for example, display x, and then we can every time increase the value of x. We can write every time x is equal to, and then the value for that x is equal to the previous x plus 5, and the x underscore maximum, the new value, is equal to x underscore maximum, this is the old value, and then this plus 5. So both the x and x maximum will increase with a fixed number. And after that, I'm going to just write end. And if I just run this code, he will ask where to save. For example, save with any name as a code. And if you check here, it will run forever because x and x value is keeping increase and increase. And to stop that code, because it will continue forever, just you can write control, press control, and then C. If you press control, but first highlight the command window and press control C, the operation will stop. So this is type of the code where the code would run forever. Please avoid to do that. Let's go back to MATLAB. And as I mentioned, the code will run forever. And to stop running code, press Control and C, as I just mentioned. So in this example, a bank is given an interest rate of 12% a year. So every year, your money will increase by 12%. So how many years is required to at least triple 10,000 US dollar? So if you bought initial money is 10,000 US dollar, so after how many years your money will be tripled or more? It will be 30,000 or more. So the equation is the final money or the total money is equal to the money, which is the initial money, multiplied to 1 plus the interest, which is 12%, to the year. And of course, we don't know the years, and we need to loop for this equation several times, but we don't know how many loops we need, so this is the reason we use the while loop. Let's write the code. Let's do that in MATLAB. So let's open the live script to write that on the script we have. So I can click open, and this is the code. And let me minimize this window. And then let's navigate back. This is from the previous, the for loop and nested for loop and this while loop. We have the previous two examples we just explained. And this is infinite code. and this is now the practice with the interest. So we need to say that the initial money, which is the money, is equal to 10,000, and then semicolon to suppress the output, and just define the interest, which is equal to 12%. 12%, it should be 0.12, semicolon, because this is 12%, so 12 divided by 100, it should be 0.12. And the question is, we need to loop several times. So we need while loop. For this while, we need to check if the money is triple or not. So the condition is, once the money is less than 30,000 US dollar, it keep looping. So the money, if the money is less than 30,000 US dollar, this is the triple, keep counting how many years is required. And we have while here, and we can write the new money is equal to the money, kind of initial money, multiply to 1, we should write multiply to 1 plus, and then we put interest, and then this is to power, and then we write the year. And this year, we need to know how many, so we need to count how many years. So if we here write year equal to 0, this is kind of the first, we didn't start it yet, we just deposit the money. And this will be the year. And if we have this year, and every loop is kind of 1 year, so he will estimate the interest when I bought the money, after 1 year, after 2 years, after 3 years, so the year should be increased every time. Whereas every loop, the year will increase. So we can say that the year, the new year, is equal to the previous year plus 1. This kind of counter for the loop. So this is year equal year plus 1. So every time the year will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that. Of course, let me just run this code to know how will be this one. So we start with the year number 0, and the money was 10,000. We didn't have any interest. And after 1 year, the money here became, and we can see the number because the format is different. So you can, to have a better visualization, let's format the number to be short G. And to avoid this, like the E with the power 4. And then let's run the code first. So in the first year, your money was 10,000. And after 1 year, it's increased to 11,200. After the second year, it became 14,000 something. And the third year became 19,000 something. And that fourth year, it became 31. So it means that after 4 years, your money will be triple. So this is example for using while loop, how to do that. That's all for while loop. Thank you. Bye-bye.